Okay, we've got a lot to eat here. No, okay, that's done intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing good. I'm a Nigerian TC based in the United Kingdom. So today I'm eating, and I've decided to bring you guys to what I'm eating. Scrap that. So today I'm eating, I've decided to share with you all what I eat in one meal. I remember when I was explaining that I eat like a cow in one of my videos, but I just try to stay active, especially since being pregnant. Look at my tummy by doing. Yeah, that portion control is not my portion. You might not understand. I'm putting it in perspective, I'm putting it in action, in reality, for you to see what I mean by I eat like a cow, literally. So right here I've got sausage, fish fingers, plantain chips. Here I've got pap, Nigerian pap. Here I've got broccoli and sweet corn, and here's the pepper sauce for all what I'm eating. I don't even know where to start from. I'm just eating as they go. Anyone that reaches my hand, I eat. My plantain and chips is actually grilled. I haven't grilled them. That's some of how I try to, reduce the calories, by grilling it instead of frying. Sausage. But the thing is, usually when I'm eating this way, I will not have to have any other thing till dinner. So this is pretty much my breakfast and lunch. And even if I'm not able to, usually I can finish all of this in one sitting, but even if I'm not able to, I'll keep it till lunchtime. But trust me, I'm finishing. It's all going down. Let me get my medication. I'm coming. So I'm back with my medication, the pregnant care. So the exciting thing about having to, eat it with food, what I'm taking is the pap. So I just dip it in the pap like this. And this is how I like to take my pap. My medication, it's easier. I just hate it when you swallow drugs with water. Oh, yuck. In case you're just joining us, come to the table. We have broccoli here. We have yeah. Is it like some talk show or TV show? Did you hear what I said? I guess you're just joining us. Anyway, whatever, Joe. So back to what I was saying something more reasonable. I was saying that I'm thinking of making a video where I intend to talk about why it seems that kids in diaspora are haywire. There's this general saying about when you have your children, send them back to Africa, especially in the African community, send them back to Africa so they don't get spoiled, so they don't get corrupt. So I'm thinking to make this video to give my own opinion and observation from what I've seen in living in this country, why kids in the diaspora seem to be wayward. And no, taking them back to Africa is not a solution. Normally, why I'm using pepper sauce for this is because of the fish fingers and the sausage. Ordinarily, I use mayonnaise. I enjoy having it with mayonnaise. So these fish fingers, I never appreciated it until I tried them. Man, this is everything. The fish fingers with the sausage, and then the chips and the grilled plantain. And by the way, in case you're wondering, the oil sauce is what I have here is vegetable oil, the onions and pepper. I don't know if you can see so much. And this video I'm talking about the reasons why children in diaspora seem to be wayward. It doesn't matter where you have your children, whether you have them in Africa, Asia, wherever it is in the world. If you as a parent, first of all, lack discipline, you cannot pass on what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have, right? Right away from time when I've been a child, I don't like taking custard. It's either it's pap or nothing. Some parents come down to the diaspora and they lose touch of what's important. Some of them are more interested in their children being able to speak phonetics, to the point that they avoid teaching their children their own native language. How ignorant. Just because they want their children to be able to speak English. It's supposed to come natural, isn't it? When you live in an English speaking country, of course, everywhere they go to, in the grocery shop, in the stores, on the streets, everybody's speaking the language. It's a no-brainer. But this was due to their naivety and their level of reasoning. they're more focused on that. Losing touch of what's more important. How about your child learning your culture? Charity, they say, begins at home, right? The society we live in, for one, is kind of one that everybody's free. Everybody's got rights, right? So if you're not able to give your children something to hold on to, they'll just grow and fly like a bird without a nest. They'll just pick up attitudes here and there, vices, the good, the bad. When they've got this rudimental training from home, no matter what it is, you know, the environment throws at them, they're able to sift and, you know, select what is right and what's not from what you've taught them. And some parents here, due to bills and you know, needs here and there, they're hardly there for the children. They're always at work, working 2-4-7, and no one is at home to train these children. And you don't even know what they're doing. How wouldn't they go haywire? It's very important that you don't just bring children to this life and then leave them to run life by themselves. It doesn't happen automatically that children would be born and be responsible. No. In as much as Jane has a good role to play, you yourself have to, as a parent, from day one, and I repeat, from day one, you have to put your feet down on the ground to make sure you're passing on some good knowledge and information and teachings to these kids. If not, they'll just grow up like sheep without shepherds. I even get to hear some of them, and some parents can be very naive and ignorant. I get to hear some of them be like, let me tell you Yoruba, and show money Louis one fegba no more legba ni Louis, meaning you don't flog kids, you know, you don't caution kids in this country. Yeah, don't beat them. Let me tell you, if you do not train your children well, they will go into the society and become menace. And those people you said made those rules of do not caution your children, do not cane them and stuff, will still be the one to turn around and tell you guys how much of a failure you've been as a parent. So, which do you prefer? Would you rather your children go out there and embarrass you, or you do what you have to do? And just as I said earlier, you cannot give what you don't have. So first of all, for your children to be disciplined, you have to be a disciplined parent, first of all. Let me paint you guys this scenario. There was one day I was in the train. I saw this African woman and her son, who's about 6-7 years. At the age of 6, a child knows what he or she is doing full time. This boy was busy throwing tantrums in the train, kicking his feet, making so much noise, pulling his mother's hair. I was so irritated that, and this woman, do you know what her reaction was? She was just there smiling. Stop it, stop it. I'm like, come, mama. In my heart though, are you not the one who gave birth to this child? Can't you caution this boy and put him together? How can you keep quiet in public place and your child is embarrassing you like this? At this age, now is what I'm talking about. And this woman was handling the situation light. She was all smiling and laughing and saying, stop it, stop it. And this boy kept on throwing mad tantrums. Everybody in this train was so irritated, making so much noise, so loud and noisy. Imagine a child of that age cannot be controlled by his mother. I shake my head. Parents need to know they've got a huge role to play in the lives of their children, to be honest. White down. Next. The next thing I have here is my broccoli and sweet corn. Well, I just realized I don't have water here. For example, I grew up in the West, that I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria, and I do not speak very good, in quotes, Igbo language. But I made effort, from the ones my parents have taught me from growing up to the ones I picked up from my uni. I tried to make it a routine or make it a conscious effort to speak my native language to my children, from day one. I knew the importance because if you do not speak your native language to your children, one thing you need to know for sure is the language spoken in the country, which is English language, as I live in England, is something they're going to learn by default. Leaving your children to just be unilingual, meaning speaking only one language. But if you are able to pass on your native language to your child, you can talk to your child in public without, especially if you want to say certain private things and you do not want people to understand what you're saying. If they do not know your language, and the only language you guys communicate with, the only language they know is the language spoken in the country, how can you go on private mode with your kids? No privacy. Everything you are saying, everybody's understanding. The fact that they are born in diaspora gives them the freedom to be very expressive, to know their rights and all. But that's why you as a parent need to double up your effort and consciously, constantly teach your children what is right from what is wrong. But when you're hardly there, you're never there for your child. And then at the age of 16, you want to begin to shout at them, or you want to begin to caution them. Hello, where are you coming from? Doesn't work that way. There's this adage in my language. It says, meaning you cannot begin to learn how to use your left hand at an old age. It's very important to start very early to train your children. Don't come up at the age of 16 so when they are literally out of control and begin to holler. We saw the one of the children and the mom and begin to pour pepper in their eyes and begin to deprive them of food and all and begin to fight your children. That this British family I watch, the Greenway family, this couple have got 6 kids, and I tell you, these children 100% very on point, very organized, very prim and proper, and all thanks to their parents. If you see the dad and mom, Tim and Ella, the joint effort this man and this woman put together in training their children, it shows. Again, as I said, genes play a good role. If you yourself as a parent, as I said, you cannot give what you do not have. If you as a parent is well disciplined and you pass on that discipline, you know, at times there's an issue where one of the couple is disciplined, the other is not. But even at that, check your weaknesses, check your strength. If you're not good at children training and you can see that your spouse is doing a better job at it, support them. That is what you should do. That's the much you can do. Because at the end of the day, it's the benefit of you and the society. So it's not a diasporan thing, because everyone, if you take it back to Africa, not all children in Africa are well trained. Not everybody back there is prim and proper. Even if they say the society helps train the children, well, do you want to always rely on the society to train your children? Oh well, the society you find yourself in, the civilized society, they don't poke nose. If you've relied or you keep expecting, or you had that at the back of your mind that society is gonna, because that's the mentality that make them think, oh, take your children back to Africa. That is where children are more reasonable, because they have the mentality of society help you train your children. But if you do have the mentality that you train your child yourself, no matter the society you find yourself, you and your children will be exemplary. You feel me? So the whole idea behind children in diaspora are not responsible, or those in Africa are more responsible, blah blah blah, is because these parents have left their role, their God-given role of training their children, to society. So they come to find themselves in a society, the diasporan one, where everybody minds their business and the responsibility is on you to train your child. Then they begin to cry wolf. That's where that failure sets in. Yeah, everybody's allowed to behave however they like. So that's it. Done and dusted. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had your own food. Hope you're not hungry. This life is only one. And the one way you chop, you whole. I think I enjoy videos like this, and I'll make more videos like this. So this is with the last spoon, with the last bite, we come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and with no further ado, I'll catch you in my next video. Catch it.